Hi there, welcome to step one of Jumpstart Planning Your Wedding. Today we're going to talk about creating your wedding vision. Now I know that this might sound a little fluffy, and I have to be honest that if I were in your shoes I might actually think about possibly skipping this step, but I would like to encourage you not to do that. This is a really key component of making sure that you're clarifying exactly what kind of wedding you want to create. And I think it's really important that you do this with your partner to make sure that you both are on the same page moving forward and that you are creating a wedding that you both want and that's going to meet both of your dreams and expectations. So the first thing that you need to dive into is get really clear on sort of the top emotional experiences that you want to have at your wedding. And by that I mean I want you to think about what are those memories that you want to create for that day. And I'm not talking about what you want your color scheme to look like or what you want your flowers to be or all those kinds of things. We'll get to that in a minute. But the most important thing to me anyway is thinking about what are those emotional experiences you want to have. And by that I mean thinking about things like maybe you guys want to write your own vows. Maybe you want your sister to sing a specific song in your ceremony because that is a song that means something to you or it's a connection that both of you and your sister have. Or maybe it's that you want to write some really lovely, thoughtful notes to your wedding party, all the groomsmen and bridesmaids, make sure they know how important they are to you. Or maybe, at least in my case, I've always thought that having a wedding is a wonderful opportunity to really help both families that maybe don't know each other very well start to blend and get to know each other. So maybe you want to make sure that you're creating lots of wedding activities for people to get to know each other before even like the rehearsals that are in the actual wedding. You want to create kind of a wedding weekend experience. These are all things that it's important for you to sit down and talk about with your partner. So make sure that you're making time to clarify what those emotional experiences are that you want to have at your wedding. Then, after you kind of have those priorities set in your head, it's then time to kind of dive into some of the fun, more, I guess you could say, maybe superficial details of your wedding. So that's when you can start talking about, like, are photographs really, really important? You want to make sure that you have awesome pictures of your wedding to make sure that you remember them forever. Do you really, really want to make sure that you have your wedding at a specific venue? Maybe you've always had this dream of having your wedding at this specific park or hotel or something like that. Those are the priorities I want you to start to talk about next with your partner, because that's going to help you when it comes time to working on your budget, which we're going to get to soon. You're going to make sure that you know kind of where you're willing to invest maybe a little more of your money to make sure that you have those experiences that you've always dreamed of. So step one is really all about making sure that you get your priorities straight, making sure what kind of emotional experiences you want to have, and then what kind of other details and wedding details are really going to make that day stand out and be special for you and be that wedding that you've always dreamed of. So definitely take the time to dive in and go deep in this particular step. There's resources below this video to help you. I've got a full article that walks through each of the nitty-gritty steps of really diving into creating those and getting clear about those emotional experiences. And then I also have kind of like a easier wedding detail sheet to help you work through with your partner too. So definitely download all of those things and dive in. I know you'll be grateful that you went through this extra work and clarified this in the beginning. So good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.